Happy New Year, everyone. It's James, and it's time for a Barely Fit update. The main thing that I've worked on over the last couple of weeks has been the nutrition section. This isn't feature complete, so there's a lot more to come here. But before we launched, I wanted to have some of the fundamentals in this section so that you can log some food, you can search your food, you can get reports, you can export data, that sort of thing. So I hope you like what you see. And as I said, don't worry, there'll be a lot more to come over the coming weeks and months. So if you click on the date up here, you can see little blue dots wherever there is nutrition records. So if we click on the 9th, that will show all of the nutrition for the 9th. You can also you can get like an outline for the period. So like breakfast, you've got 95 calories, 25 carbs, 0.5 grams protein. Lunch, dinner, snacks, and you can get a total for the day as well. You can also open up individual ones, so you get the details on an individual log basis as well. Next up, I've made it so that you can clone a period of time, say like lunch, dinner, breakfast. So if we scroll down to dinner, we can then clone that to a different date. So we can say, right, we'll move that to, I don't know, we'll move that to today, the 7th of January, instead of the 9th of December. And we'll put that in breakfast. We're going to have all of this for breakfast. Click confirm. It switches to the date. And if we scroll up, it's now in breakfast instead. On top of that, you can also clone an entire day. So if we go back to the 9th, we click on the little dots. We click on clone. We then select today's date. You can now see that all of those logs are showing up for today instead. The next thing you can do is you can export a day. So you can go to export, and then you can export that to CSV or JSON if you want to. Nice and easy. You can also add some food. So if we click on add here, we can add it. So it'll add it to breakfast, but we can do it on lunch as well. Do it on lunch or dinner. Or you can just use the button down here and click create and do it here as well. You don't have to give it a name, that's up to you. But obviously it'd probably be good to have a name from the get-go. And then you can select the period in here. So we can say like lunch. You can enter in the calories. You can enter in protein. You can enter in carbohydrates. Blah blah blah, and then you can also expand on these if you want to and add sugar, and we'll just say 12. We'll put in some food and also additional nutrients, so you can go through and add additional nutrients if you want to. When you hit save, that'll then add the log to the period that you've set, so in this case lunch, but it also add it to the food section. So you can go here and your food is here. If you go into the food, it will give you all of the details about the food, any logs that are associated with it, including the totals. You can add notes to it as well if you want to. So tasty. This food is really tasty if you love food. So you can just save that as well. Nice and easy. Close that, and there it is. You've also got totals, so you can see like over all the times you've used that food, what are the totals for it. So calories, protein, carbs, fat, sugar, the distribution of it as well. Equally, if you go back to, let's just delete this. If we choose like an apple, for example, exactly the same. And if we go in logs, I've added loads of dummy data in there, so you've got lots of logs in there that you can check out. You can have notes as well, and then totals for all the logs that you've had. You can also clone it, so you can create a new thing, copy of an apple, and that'll add everything in, all of your nutrients. You click save, and that'll create a copy of an apple. So if we do copy, if we click on it, So exactly the same. Obviously there's no logs or anything attached to it yet. You can also create a food from it, so create a log from it. So you can click on this one here, and then you can create a nutrition log for it. So when we click on save, that'll then, if we go back and we go to logs, we'll then have a copy of an apple here. I've also updated the activity section. So we've now got, you can see the little blue dots here, same on the previous day. So dot, 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 dot. Green is exercise for now, blue is nutrition. If, say, we select 2024 to 2025, we should now see all of the activity and impact, and then we've got the nutrition section, and you can see all of the data here. And then if you click on logs, you can now go between nutrition and exercise. Cool. Next up, settings. So we're getting a bit more complex. We've now got, instead of one big long list, which is all here, we've now got exercise, which is separate. We've got general, we've got exercise, and we've got nutrition. You can also all of the meal periods. So in nutrition, all of these periods, you can edit them, you can change them. So if we go into nutrition, we go to meal periods, we can move them around, we can disable them if we want to, we can do whatever we want to do, and that will just allow you to customize your meal periods a bit better. So meal period as well in this case is more going to be for reporting. You can still select the time that you ate the meal, but meal period is just, some people have different meal periods. Some people eat like 5-6 meals a day. Some people only eat like 1 or 2. So how this is laid out will completely depend on the individual. And I just wanted to give a bit more flexibility around that, really. Anyway, that's it for the updates. Thank you for sticking with me. I know this has been quite a long one. The next 2 weeks are all about getting this live now. So for me, that just means cleaning up, getting tests in place, getting pipelines in place. Thank you so much for following me through my journey. And if you do want to be part of the community, make sure you follow us on Blue Sky, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and also join the Discord. Anyway, until